In today's video, I would like to talk to you about Grenache and Grenache blends. We just released our Rhone variety wines. Syrah always does great, and the Grenache is sometimes lagging behind. You know, people don't quite embrace it, or simply never tasted, or maybe there is simply too much of a underachieving Grenaches, because sure, there are some, and they are sometimes they are promoted as a great value for, you know, very little money, but in general they can be very simple and not interesting. Well, today I'm going to show you 4 great wines that are made with Grenache, and they are made in the vineyard. Number one, Grenache is a very difficult grape to grow. I remember several years ago we hired a French consultant to help us in the vineyard that I'm leasing, and after inspecting the rows, you know what he said? He said to my people that were taking care of the vineyards, he said something like, you know, it's very easy, you guys, you just have to do everything the opposite what you're doing and everything will be fine. So we learned a lot from him. He was from Châteauneuf-du-Pape, and since that time our vineyards have greatly improved, and so did the wines. So for me, Grenache is a little bit like an older brother of Pinot Noir. So I know many of you, most of you on my mailing list are Pinot lovers, as I am as well. At the same time, every so often I really crave this a bigger, larger than life sometimes flavor of Grenache. We have 2 wines today that are pure Grenaches, 100% Grenache. One is from Larner Vineyard, this is the Lumiere. The other one is from the hillside of Nacido, great vineyard. Both are great vineyards anyway. Nacido, Ora and Labora. And then we have 2 blends. The first one here, Letters to Europe, is 50% Grenache, 50% Syrah. Incredible silky wine, a sea of love. Is velvet, and the tannins are so beautiful, so pretty. It is really a very fine wine. And then Space Cadet, more of a Syrah dominated blend, which gives us a little bit more structure, a little bit more stiffness, so to speak, a little bit more that masculine Syrah type wine. I think this is 80% Syrah and 20% Grenache. I just tasted the first of those wines. This is the Larner Grenache Lumiere. This is by far one of the lightest wines in this portfolio here. Beautiful raspberry, cherry, kirsch on the nose, quite smooth and velvety up front, but then definitely fine tannins are kind of finishing the wine and make it also, you know, great sipper, but also a great food wine. With the Nacido here, that comes from the hills and in cooler climate, the structure is different. You have bigger mid palate. It is a little bit more meaty. It is more concentrated. It has more of that oomph. So 2 different styles to match your liking, to match the moments in which you want to drink this wine, to match the food which you want to enjoy those wines. And Grenache, by the way, is a very fine and versatile wine in the cuisine. Many world chefs love Grenache. You can drink it early in its fruitier stage, when it's fruit dominated, raspberry, strawberry, red fruit, and so on. Or you can wait and age it for 5, 6, 10 years and longer sometimes, and then you get more of the leathery, earthy, transformed flavors that are super interesting with game and Mediterranean cuisine. You know, great places that produce Grenache, of course, Châteauneuf-du-Pape, Remember, I was a sommelier in my previous lifetime, right? I love all those wines. I love the wines of the world. I don't make them here. My brand manager says we make way too many varietals, but I mean, come on. If I can make it here in Santa Barbara or in California, I'm gonna make it because I make what I love and I make what we can excel here. And we have a very good climate. We have very good vineyards for those varietals here. All right, I don't want to get too esoteric on you here, but I would say those first two wines, the single Grenaches, are more like a violin, while the other two are more like a quartet playing together, ensemble. They are much bigger, they are probably more complex, but it doesn't mean they are those first two are lesser in any way. It's just a different expression of Syrah, a different expression of wine. As you can see here, I decanted, in this case I decanted the Space Cadet, but in reality I will probably decant all of them. The first two pure Grenaches I will decant for a shorter period of time, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes before your meal, and the other two I would do 2 hours or so before consuming them. What else? I want to encourage you to try those wines. I think that those of you who didn't might find them surprisingly to your liking. As I said, all four of them are very different. And I hope that you will find something there that excites you. As I said before, similar, maybe Grenache is an older brother of Pinot Noir. Maybe there is something there that you can see and give them the try. I will continue making them because they come from two great vineyards with wonderful families that grow them. And of course, I love them. I love the challenge of making them because they are challenging, but I love the delivery that we have right now. I think those Grenaches are beautiful and they are international standard for great California wines. Thank you very much. And by the way, I'm gonna do a sequel to this in a moment, and I'm gonna cook my very, very favorite dish to complement great Grenaches. So click on the second video and you will see what I cook and how I do it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.